I'm pretty sure you've taken one of those quizzes. Which Harry Potter character are you? Which Disney princess are you? Or which pizza topping matches your personality? Those quizzes are honestly fun, enjoying, and shareable. But here's the fun part. Those quizzes are not just fun, they're a powerful tool to generate leads for a business like you. When executed correctly, these quizzes can be great for engagement, leads, and also sales. The problem is that most of these quiz creators that are in the market are very hard, complicated, and expensive to use. But all that changes today. Because today we are introducing the brand new Quiz Builder add-on for WPForms. So if you're using WPForms already to manage contact forms on your website, this is great for you. And if you're not using WPForms on your website, then you should stick around and you'll see how it's a great product, and the Quiz add-on makes it even better. With this brand new update, WPForms makes it absolutely easy for you to create any kinds of forms on your website using WPForms. And the best part is that's already included as part of the Pro bundle and above for WPForms. So if you're already a Pro customer, you already have it. All you have to do is follow this video. You'll understand how everything works. So let me show you how everything works. Obviously, you'll need to have WPForms installed on your website. So if you're not a customer, you're interested in purchasing WPForms, all you have to do is go to WPForms.com and purchase WPForms, then install the plugin on your site. Let me show you the rest of the process directly on my website. You can see on my website that I have WPForms already installed and activated, and I've also updated to the latest version. So if you're already a customer, you have WPForms Pro installed, make sure to update to the latest version, otherwise the quiz add-on won't work. So once that's done, you can hover over the WPForms menu entry here, and then you can see all the entries here. Make sure to go to the add-ons menu first. This is where you'll install and activate the WPForms quiz add-on. To find the quiz add-on, you can use the search menu here. I already have it installed and activated. That's why you see it here. Otherwise, you can just go here and type in quiz, and you'll find the quiz entry. Make sure it's activated, and it'll take a few seconds to download. It'll automatically download from WPForms website and it'll be activated. And now you're ready to create quizzes on your website using WPForms quiz add-on. So I'm jumping a couple steps ahead, but let me show you the different kinds of forms that WPForms quiz add-on supports. And I'm going to show you the actual process, how you can create in a form. Now, if you're familiar with WPForms, you might already know how WPForms works. So this is the general interface of how the form is built. If you go into settings here, you'll see a new entry called quiz. If you click the quiz add-on here or the quiz entry here, you'll be prompted to enable quiz for this particular form. And then you see all the different kinds of forms that WPForms quiz add-on supports. So you can see here that 3 different kinds of quizzes are supported: the graded quiz, the personality quiz, and the weighted quiz. Let me describe the process of what the different quizzes are for, so you can understand which quiz is the best for which situation. The graded quizzes are pretty awesome for tracking assessment or educational content. They're great for course creators, tutors, or anybody else who needs to test knowledge. So you can mark correct answers, set up custom grading scales like pass or fail at 70%. You can do A, B, C, or D letter grading. And you can also show the user results instantly when they fill out a form. So normal manual grading of form entries, even if you're using an LMS. For instance, if let's say you're a language tutor or language tutor, you build a placement quiz with a vocab and grammar questions, and students get placed in the right level class automatically instead of scheduling your assessment calls. And this saves you time and gives them instant clarity. Next up is a weighted quiz. Let's talk about that. This is where you can get very sophisticated about how you want to create a quiz and how users are graded. This is where you can do very nuanced scoring, where not all answers are equal. So you can assign different weightage points to and values to each answer. Then you can create conditional outcomes based on score ranges. It's perfect for qualifying leads, assessment readiness. So for example, if you are running a consulting business, then you can create a prospect readiness quiz that qualifies your leads automatically based on budget, timelines, and current situations. So high scorers automatically get routed to a specific email sequence or are highlighted inside your entries, so you can understand to follow up with them. And lower scores can automatically be set to a nurture sequence so that they get certain nurture sequences so they can be risen up in the qualification ladder. So it's like having an automated funnel and lead qualification process directly built into your website, which is great. So you can do that with the weighted quiz. And the last one that you can see here is the personality quiz. You're probably familiar with this, and these can be great for generating new leads. I'll give you an example. You can create a quiz like which coffee matches your vibe or which marketing strategy fits your business. They're perfect for, as I said, lead generation because people love learning about themselves and sharing these results. So they're great for shareability as well. I'll give you a real example. If you run a skincare business, you can create a quiz about which skin type is your skin type, or basically a quiz about which skin type are you. So you can create a quiz about this. You can add some questions, and you can ask questions about skin types, concerns, budgets, and then they get a personalized product recommendation on their skin type. So it's great for generating that leads and also generating those sales directly as well. And of course, with all these quizzes, users will feel understood and you'll make a sale. So it's best for both worlds. You can also add them to a marketing funnels. So if you generate leads, you can always stack on a little bit more marketing with automations to make the best use of these forms on your website with the quizzes. So now that you understand what type of quizzes are supported, let me show you how the process works when you're creating a quiz. So let's start from the top. I'll close this and exit this form without saving so I can show you the entire process from scratch. So inside the WP WordPress dashboard, you can just have to go to WP Forms and you can go to all forms, which I am right now, or you can go to add a new form. And let's start by adding new form so that you see the entire experience of how the form builder is and also how to use a quiz form. So I'll click add new here, which will take you to the next step, which is the quiz builder. So that you know, not the quiz builder, the form builder. So you can name a form here. Let's name it quiz. And in the templates, you'll see a lot of different templates are available for forms. So you can either choose any of these templates if you want to create a regular form. But if you go to the filters down here, you'll see you'll have a filter for quizzes separately. So if you select just that, you can see you have almost 53 templates for quizzes already done for you. So if you click on this, you'll see all the different quiz related forms which are pre-built for you, which you can use or you can customize them as well. So you can see service packages, which WordPress hosting is great, which social media is right, Winter Olympics trivia quiz, quote guessing base, which hobby should you try, weekend fun planner base. So all these are already created for you, which you can use. But if you want to create a custom quiz, you have two options. You can start from scratch or you can use AI. So let me show you how that works as well. If you go back to the entries and select all templates, you'll see the first entry here is generate with AI. And it's an amazing feature that's been around in WP Forms quite a lot for quite some time, but you can use it to create quizzes as well. So all you have to do is click this button and you have to install the add-ons for the AI builder. And then you can just use natural language to describe what kind of form you want to build, give it some options, and the form will be built out entirely for you. It's pretty amazing. So now let me show you some of the options that exist inside the actual quizzes that you build so that you can understand how to configure the quiz themselves. So I just created a sample quiz so that you can follow along and understand this process. And I use the AI builder to create this form. And you can see on the screen, it's a skin care based quiz. So it's a personality type quiz that, hey, which skincare what's your skin type like, so we can recommend the best products to them. I'll go through the process and show you how everything has to be configured. So this is just a notice so that you understand how the quiz builder works. But these are the questions. There's a name, email, and last name capture. But these are the questions. By the way, all generated with AI. So you can see here which best describes your skin, questions, and all of these are MCQs where users can fill in the questions, and based on the questions they answer, they'll be recommended a few products. So this part is easy to get. Now, obviously, the form fields, any forms support a few different types of fields. So you can add drop downs or multiple choice like radio buttons or other choices, but any kind of text field that you add does not count towards the actual form. So any kind of weighted forms or you want to grade something, you'll have to use these fields to actually use the actual form. That makes sense. So coming to the outcomes, how do you actually show users a particular output that, hey, this is what the right answer for you is? That happens in the outcome section. So we'll come to the outcome section here, and you can see we have a few different outcomes created. Let me collapse them for you so you can understand how everything works. So for all types of outcomes, you have to decide, or for all quizzes, you have to decide the outcomes upfront based on the questions itself, because that's what you decide. And then how to configure it, I'll show you. Let's go to the settings first so that I show you what kind of settings there are. So in the settings, of course, you can change the type of quiz anytime you want. So you can change it to personality quiz. You have the title here, a description, and then you fill out the actual answers or outcomes. So you can add all these variables here, which can be used throughout the form. And the outcome section, when you come here, you'll see that you can set these up as answers or outcomes. So this uses conditional logic inside WP Forms. So let's say the outcome for the skincare questions comes out to be dry for the user, then this is the thing that will be shown to them. So they can be shown this message, and you can see the logic of how it happens is it's using conditional logic. So show this outcome if quiz personality is dry, which we configured. So similarly, all the different outcomes have to be configured upfront based on this. And you can also use redirects so that you can redirect people to a certain page. So on-screen message is an option, but redirecting them to certain pages is also an option similarly. So now that you understand how the forms work, how the answers work, how the outcomes work, let me also show you how to customize and add a specific answer to every choice that you've added. Of course, this will depend on form to form. Personality quizzes have a single answer. Graded answers or graded choices will have a specific right or wrong answer. And the weighted answers will have individual weights, but the logic remains the same. So on this skincare based quiz, if I scroll down, you see these are the existing questions that have been added. If I want to customize a question or change the values around, all I have to do is click on the question. And on the left hand side of the screen, you'll see the options for this question will open up. So I can change the actual question here if I want to change the question. And the choices are also given here. And each choice is associated with a particular value. So you can see here, if the users choose this option, then a dry value is added to their quiz. If they choose this option, these values. So you can add multiple of these values as well. So you can reach a final outcome. Similarly, you can change these around for every single question. The options or the way it works for any other quiz is also the same. You choose a right or wrong answer for a different quiz, and for the weighted quiz, you will actually add the weights here, so the final outcome can be calculated at the end. So now you understand everything about how to create quizzes and how everything works. With regards to entries, how you see how users are interacting with quizzes, it works the same way how it works in WPForms. You can use the entries option to see all the entries that are being made for the forms itself. Now, since this is a test website, I don't have much data here. So let me go to WPForms website and show you sample data that you can see. So here you can see one of the type of answers or entries you'll see. This is a sample quiz about what type of photographer are you, grade generation or grade quiz for lead generation. So similar to how you are used to seeing entries in WPForms, you'll start seeing entries here and you'll see the kind of answers that people are giving. So you can get a mental picture about what choices users are making and what your audiences consist of when it comes to segmenting your audience. You'll also see graphs and bar charts. So you can help visualize data about how everything works. And it's as simple as using WPForms on any other day. And by the way, if you're not already aware, WPForms also consists of filtering features and export features. So you can see the export and filters feature, using which you can export your leads so you can send them to other data, other CRMs, also filter your data so that you can understand what's happening, how people are interacting with forms and quizzes on your website. And as just a reminder, WPForms integrates with all the different favorite tools of your choice. So you can actually do a lot of different things. You can send all the high scoring leads to your CRM automatically, trigger different email sequences based on the quiz results that users get. And you don't have to do any complicated setups to execute on this. Everything is built right inside WPForms. With this, hopefully you understand how powerful WPForms Quiz Builder is. It completely changes the game when it comes to creating quizzes, makes it easy, powerful, and also accessible for everyone, and you can create all sorts of quizzes and generate leads for your business. So stop sleeping on quizzes, start creating them today. Go to WPForms website, the link is in the description and also on the screen and also in the pinned comment, so you can access it, make a purchase and start using the WPForms Quiz Add-on today and grow your business.